Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Yay, another brand new day where if you're watching this, you are metabolizing. Unless, of course, you are some form of supernatural other universal being, in which case, welcome. But past that, you are metabolizing, and that is a good thing. Thumbs up for that? Definitely. I mean, it wasn't a question. I mean, it sort of sounded like it, but yeah, it's... Anyway, though, to start off the day with the Shelton, Washington weather, plague, rat, and spider report. On the weather, it is raining. Now, I have a fairly good USB mic, an AT2020. It's like 5 or 6 years old, so it's old, but it still works, and it's really, really good. So you might be able to hear the falling rain outside. I don't know. But it is raining. Thumbs up for that. And so because of the cloud cover, it is darker and grayer outside than it would be if it was sunny. Makes sense. Definitely. On the plague rat report, I didn't go into any stores or anything. So the people that I saw last night were all outside. And even I, when I'm outside, rarely wear a mask unless I'm around people. So most of the people that I saw out there, no masks, which makes sense. Now, my reason for not wearing a mask when I go walkies, when I'm not around people, because I make sure to practice proper social distancing, is I'm constantly smoking pre-rolls and such like that. And so take off, put on, take off, put on, take off, put on, that's not going to help anything. And I learned some stuff about bugs in general, which hopefully I'll remember to talk about here. But because of all this and the fact that I'm outside, not around people, and when I am around people, I make sure I'm far enough away from them, I don't worry about a mask outside with no one around. So I'm not that worried when I don't see other people wearing masks outside. And even then, I still see people wearing masks because they're going in and out of places where there are people. Plenty of people that don't, but that's life. What I saw wasn't bad because, as stated again, I didn't go inside of anything. Thumbs up for that, though. But it was nice weather last night. Not too cold, not too warm. I had my sleeves on my jacket rolled down, but my jacket unzipped, and it's just a summer jacket, so it was good. Definitely a thumbs up. Now for the spider report. Finally. Up there in the corner, there is one of those spindly-legged, tiny-bodied house spider types. And it's got legs that are like this long, but its little body is like that. So it's like, I don't know how that works, but they're able to do it. That's what one of the baby spiders that's no longer a baby. It's a smaller one, but it's still no longer a baby down there. It's one of those long-legged, tiny-body ones. And the garden spider up there has adapted. She's made her orb up above. Amelia is now, once again, sleeping directly underneath the spider in the windowsill. So I don't know if she can detect it or what, but there you go. The other garden spider is doing well. Definitely a thumbs up. As stated, they must be good eating. I mean, why else would that one spider, especially in the window, why would it put up with all that abuse? So, thumbs up for that. I'm glad they're here. Again, you know, they're just little tiny things that if they even know that I exist, they only see me as a threat. But parasocial relationship, we're human beings. We can bond with anything. How many people have cried over... I know I have, and I've read about other people that have as well, when the rover on Mars, the machine, stopped working. I mean, I felt sad. You can hear it in my voice already. And I found out that NASA even had a playlist, like a Spotify playlist, that they played for the rover. So, I'm about to cry. We'll bond with anything. And this is one of the reasons, again, why I can't do reaction videos. Before, I was reacting to feel. Now, I'm talking about a rover, a machine on another planet, and I'm having issues with emotions. There's no room for the songs to come in to evoke its own stuff. Everything I've got inside, 35 years of stuff that's unpacking, it's filling up all the spaces and squeezing its way out. There's no room for a song to get in. Thumbs up on that. Now though, one thing that I did learn, and I'm glad I remembered this, is it's about, I'm gonna have to, bugs. The bugs spelled, of course, V-I-R-U-S, because I just don't want to get demonetized, and so I'm probably going to get it anyway. But I watched a video about masks and bugs. I had been of the thought that it was binary. You picked up a load that had to, if you don't make it to that load, you don't get sick. Depending on how contagious the bug is, that load might be really high, you need a ton of it, or it might be really low, you don't need much at all. Once you hit that, I had thought it was binary, on, off. It's not. This explains why so many people who have gotten the covfefe bug get it so mild, and why we have so many people that are just dying daily. It depends on how much of the bug you pick up. And this affects everything, every bug. It's not just this one. Any bug, a cold bug, anything that comes and goes. I can't even think of any other bugs at the moment. But anything that's a V bug, it depends how sick you are. It depends on a bunch of different things, like your own immune system and all that. But if you assume a baseline of this on people, the more bug you get, the sicker you are. So if the V-bug load is this, and you get this, that's a relatively small amount that goes over it. You're just going to get mildly ill. If you get a load that brings you up to here, mid-range, you're going to get pretty sick. And if you get a load that comes up like this, up into the very high or higher, you're going to get extremely sick and you might die. This is all bugs, the ones that affect you badly, especially things like influenza and all that. It's not just the covfefe bug, it's any V-bug. And I learned something, as I was not aware of that, and now I am. So yeah, those people that are just so mild and they're asymptomatic and they pass it along without knowing it, they just went woo. And that little bit just got them a little bit sick. Huh. You learn something new every day. Thumbs up on that. Also, I wanted to talk about, there is a channel I watch where everybody in the world is having issues and so doing less videos, but it's a Japanese channel, Japanese videos, and it's just where the actual video itself is just a dog, one of those Shiba Inus that's just standing there, sitting there, on its haunches, and then just tongue lolling and breathing. And then it's just shots of the dog just standing there, but it's the Japanese guy being the dog and talking, and it's Tof-chan, which again showed me the way Americans pronounce Japanese words and the way Japanese words are really pronounced are incredibly different. Like Tof-chan is T-O-F-U Chan, and especially like the name, what I would pronounce as the name Fujiko is Fujiko. So, but anyway, there's this dog Tof-chan, and one of the things that the dog was talking about, the guy who does the channel, is the phrase Ichigo Ichi-e, which means every time, every moment is unique. It doesn't even matter if you're with the same group of people gathering in the same place for the same reason. Each time that you gather, it is unique. Ichigo Ichi-e. And it's true. I mean, even if you do go in there for the same purposes, with the same people, in the same room, everything is going to be even just on a molecular level or a atomic particle level, even on a higher level, a cellular level. Time passes, you're not the same person physically that you were. Each moment is unique in time. And it doesn't matter whether or not we are following a script, a deterministic universe. It doesn't matter if there's multiple universes where you are variant X of a person performing variant Y of an action and variant Z of a universe. All those moments, even reading from a script, is different because you're on a different page of the script. You'd have to flip back to go back to those other times. It's all different. It's all unique. Thumbs up for that. I really like that. A good way to look at the world. English could learn a lot from other cultures, other languages, and such like that. And I don't just mean on a, life will become so much better. I mean, one of the words that I think is good is Schadenfreude. I studied German for 4 years. I was in Germany for 2 years. I spoke fluent German with the German nationals in Germany for 2 years. Now I'm stumbling over words like Schadenfreude. My sincere apologies. That's an awesome word. That word basically just means you achieving pleasure through the suffering of others. And there's a word for it. I love things like that. We need words like that in the English language. Now, English is still a very absorbent language. The way I like to say it is languages all borrow from each other. But English is such a moocher that way that it will follow other languages into a dark alley, shank them, and then take that word that it wants, and it's ours now. We do that, and it's bizarre, but good, which also is one of the reasons why English is so frickin' hard for anybody to learn, because there's not just one system. We're not just from one area. Yeah, there's two main branches. The more flowery part of English is based on French, and the more base part of English is based on German. There's not just one thing, even though it's all Latin and thus Romance languages, but English is crazy. It is a very difficult language to learn. There are no rules. It's nuts. So anyone trying to learn, I feel sorry for. And which makes it worse, of course, because English has become the de facto second language of the world, which is weird because every other country has its own type of language. So there's Swedish English and Russian English and Arabic English, and they're all just a little bit different. So you almost still need translators among the different types of English. Thumbs up for that. Now, of course, one of the things I want to end up with is I've talked before about how we are in survival mode. And I see on Twitter some of the people that I follow and talk with are really suffering. Really, really suffering. One person who's actually legitimately wondering, because of all the stuff that's happening, if they're even going to survive this. Not on a, am I going to catch the bug and go, but am I going to be able to survive what's happening for us to contain the bug? So many people that are suffering this way. And one of the things that I've learned in my own life, just in the past couple of years, that really helps. If you look at life as a path that we're walking through, from the past to the future, whether or not you figure we're stationary and the path is moving to us, or the path is stationary and we were moving on it, where you are now is not where you will be tomorrow, or next week, or next year, or 10 years. If life seems untenable now, it's not going to be, you are not going to be in that same headspace tomorrow or next week or next year. It may seem horrible. I am definitely not playing that down. But where you are now is not where you will be tomorrow. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to just thank you for having left me a comment. I'm going to read them all as best I can later. Thumbs up each one I do. Answer as many as I can. With my ADHD and executive dysfunction, it's difficult, but I try. Thumbs up on that. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count in American Sign Language, I can't do any speaking properly today. On the fingers of this hand, with my depression, fibro, ADHD, mourning, grief, etc., 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 I'm sometimes lucky I can remember what my own name is, and I have been known to forget that. So we have Max Melody, thumbs up. Soundmaster Blink, greatly appreciated. Raiden Dimas Irlanga, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. Yilo, thumbs up and thank you. Rick Seymour, greatly appreciated. Arturo Hichos, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. And Ty Montana, thumbs up and thank you. We have Elysian Antunes Maciel, nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. We have Mystic Coyote, greatly appreciated. Made in Canada, and thank you very much for the info. That is awesome. Stephen Leone, thank you very much. Good to see you in the comments. We have Leomin Santos, thumbs up. Ariel Gonzalez, thumbs up and thank you much. We have Colin Reisenauer, greatly appreciated. FPS Broomstick, thumbs up and thank you. Christopher Thomas, greatly appreciated. We have Sean Villar, thumbs up and thank you. Snuffkins Gay Ass, good to see you in the comments. Sebastian Ferris, thumbs up and thank you. Tommy Nelson, ooh, itchy back of my head. Tommy Nelson, greatly appreciated. Lee Wright, thumbs up. Fan edits here, thumbs up and thank you. Emma Uwu, God, why did I mispronounce that? Thank you very, very much. King of Rivia, I keep checking my P.O. box. I thank you. If I don't know what you sent, it hasn't arrived, I'm very sorry. And then we have Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you, you get me out of my head into the world dealing with real people. That is greatly appreciated. Thank you so very, very much. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money through the Patreon.com patronage, I have a PayPal link down below if you could check that out. And if you want to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wish list link as well with things like cat food and hamster bedding because my kitty cat uses it in her cat box. Plus, I'm going to get hamsters again, so it's good to have bedding. Thumbs up on that. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled, and if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you can toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. A definite thumbs up. And, of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be kind of cool. Does it work? What does it do? I have no idea. To be honest, I don't use it myself. But if you wanted to, it's definitely an option. Trust big tech. So, I've got this video that you've been watching. I got another video I need to record, edit, and render, so busy day today. Thumbs up on that. And the lobster hat wearing duckhead of judgment suffers from a surplus of scorn. Do not disappoint the lobster hat wearing duckhead of judgment. It is not eager, but it is ready to cast that scorn upon any and all who disappoint it. Please do not disappoint the lobster hat wearing duckhead of judgment. It suffers from a surplus of scorn. And Black Lives Matter, damn it, shouldn't even be a matter of discussion. It's horrible that it is. They matter. and justice for everyone, the jackbooted, brown-shirted fascist thugs in police uniforms who keep brutalizing American citizens in their homes and on the streets. Yay. And of course, I've forgotten what I was going to say, but I will go with this one. Please wear a mask. It is important and it works. Wash your hands. Try not to touch your face as best you can. Practice social distancing. Stay at home unless you have to go out. It's painful, but it's something we have to do. And the better we do it, the faster it'll be over. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing.